All right, let's talk about 3 things that I do not like about working with other agents. Now, in real estate, obviously, we have to work with other realtors. We have to be able to get along somewhat, right? But these are my pet peeves when it comes to working with other agents. Number one, agents who don't take the time to read the remarks on the listing. Now, when we enter a listing in the MLS, we have the public remarks, but we also have a space called private remarks or agent remarks. And that is where we give little details to other agents about the house that maybe just didn't need to be in the public remarks. So, like if I'm selling a house fully furnished, we probably won't put that in the public remarks because it could affect the buyer's ability to get financing, right? Because lenders don't want to think they're financing personal property. But that would be something I would put in the agent remarks. If a property is hard to locate because the GPS takes you to the wrong address, normally I'm going to put that in the agent remarks. If a house is in a gated community that has restrictions and they have a website where you can download those restrictions, I'm going to put that website in the agent remarks so that they can go and download the restrictions themselves or give that link to their buyer. I can't tell you how many times I get calls from agents asking me questions that had they took 30 seconds and read the remarks, they wouldn't have to call me. And I guess the part that really irritates me is when I hear how busy they are. They just didn't have time. Well, then you need to reprioritize your time. If you're not taking the time to research the properties and thoroughly read through them before you take a buyer out, then you're not doing that buyer any favors. Second thing that irritates me are agents who do not know how to use the tools that are available to them as an agent. For example, we have what's called CRS, Courthouse Retrieval System. It's a way for us as agents to access tax records on various properties in the surrounding counties. So that tax record is going to tell us the subdivision, the lot number, the map and parcel number, the sales history of that property, if they have a mortgage, the year the house was built, rough square footage estimates, just various things like that. But we also have access to maps through that CRS. And if you actually play with the map area, you can pull up and have it mark recent sales, and that's going to be done based on tax record sales and not just the MLS. So if a house is FSBO, you're going to catch that. If it was listed and sold through a different MLS, you're also going to be able to catch that. Numerous agents don't know that they can turn that on and make their comp searches so much easier. They also don't know that topo maps are available through the CRS. And if they do know that the topo map is there, they have no idea how to read it. I have had to give lessons to 3 different agents this week on how to read a topo map. And I guess the part to me that's irritating is we have AI now. All you have to do is take the picture of the topo map, upload it to AI, and say, how steep is this property? What's the slope of the property? Would this be good for building a house? Could I put a manufactured home on this? Like, AI is going to answer all those questions for you. Or a simple Google search of how do you read a topo map will give you those instructions. But nonetheless, that's one of the things that irritates me. The last thing that irritates me is when agents try to act like they know a lot more than they actually do. So if we're negotiating an offer and I counter something out of the offer, and then they counter me back, the way our counter offers are set up, unless you repeat items from the previous counter to the new counter, then it reverts back to whatever the original purchase and sale agreement said. And you'll have agents who don't repeat the verbiage. And then they send you a new counter and they're like, all right, well, let's just get this deal done. And I'm like, well, I'm going to have to counter you because you didn't add in items 2, 3, and 4 off the previous counter. Oh, well, because we didn't counter it, it'll still be in there. No, it won't. Go talk to your broker, ask the questions. So I think the biggest thing for me is the lack of education that most realtors get. We are only required to get 16 hours of continuing education every 2 years, right? But we do have opportunity to take as many classes as we want during the year. And one of the biggest classes that we get at the beginning of the year is a forms class. And those classes are so poorly attended that it's really pretty sad because agents don't want to take the time to learn how to do their job the right way. And I think that's the biggest stickler for me is this is my full-time job. I have been doing this for 13 years. I want to know how to be the very best agent I can be. And I guess I expect other agents to have that same attitude, and unfortunately, they don't. So when you're interviewing agents to be either your buyer agent or your seller agent, find out how much do they actually know. How often do they go to continuing education classes? How many deals are they actually closing? That's my advice to you.